we had a very different morning and we've had plenty of sunshine across the area. This was a picture that was taken by Linda Watkins up in Woodland Park, but a little bit of a different story out towards our far eastern counties. So this thunderstorm is continuing to push south. Now we do have a flash flood warning that will be in place until 8:45. Now between 1 to 2 inches of rain have fallen with this storm in particular, and this severe warning is expected to expire at 6:30. We've seen ping pong ball sized hail and a lot of flooding across that area. So if you are in that warning box, make sure that you are taking shelter inside. Now these storms will continue to push out towards Kansas and the Colorado border. These are going to be very slow moving storms, so it's really not surprising that we have flash flooding concerns out that way, but at least for the I-25 corridor we will continue to stay clear, and there will be some storms up north that have the potential to push down into southern Colorado, so that is another thing that we will be watching as we go into the overnight hours as well. Now, live look at Colorado Springs downtown, 88 degrees. Humidity levels have definitely dropped off over the past few days. Very different from last week when we saw a lot of rain across the area. 96 currently in Pueblo, plenty of sunshine down that way. Humidity levels sitting around 14%. Now, with this upper level system that we have that's moving into the area, it's helping to push a lot of this wildfire smoke over towards I-25 and even out towards our far eastern plains. So there's a few areas where we're seeing some wildfires, especially out towards Utah and even in closer to the Grand Canyon. We're seeing some of that wildfire smoke enter our area here, and a few wildfires have popped up out towards western Colorado. So don't be surprised if you continue to see some haze and smoke across much of the area, and especially overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. Now, we will have temperatures in those mid-90s by the time that we get into your afternoon on your Tuesday. So by about 12 p.m. noon, we'll start to push into those 90s, and even by 8 a.m. we'll be in those 70s here in Colorado Springs. So it is going to be a very warm day for us. Pueblo getting into those triple digits early afternoon. It will be very slow to cool, so even after that sun sets, we'll still have temperatures in those 80s and 90s across the area and along that Arkansas River. Now, these are how many days that we've seen at least 90-degree days or warmer, and 2020 we saw 52 days. We haven't seen any more than that. Now, just to put this into perspective, we've only had 14 days this year for 2025 where we've been in those 90s or warmer. So we're not even really close to any of these numbers or years. Now for Pueblo and their 100-degree days, 2003 and 2012, we saw 28 days of 100-degree temperatures, and we aren't close to that either for Pueblo. Now for satellite and radar, this heat dome that is going to continue to build over the desert Southwest will bring those 90-degree and 100-degree temperatures across much of our area, and that's going to last throughout the weekend into Friday. Now overnight lows tonight will be in the 50s and 60s along that I-25 corridor. We'll have the warmest temperatures out towards our far eastern plains and along that Arkansas River. Now going into tomorrow, 95 is what I have that high at for here in the Springs, 101 for Pueblo, 103 for La Junta, 84 for Woodland Park, and 97 for that high for our folks out in Canyon City. There are multiple chances to break some records on the table for that daily high. I think tomorrow we will likely break that record. So I have that current forecast at 95. That previous record is 93, and that was set back in 1980. Usually this time of year we're around 85 degrees, so we'll be about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. We'll stick with those 90s all the way through Friday. We'll start to tap into a little bit more moisture going into the weekend. So Pueblo will likely see some isolated rain chances going into Sunday, but triple digits all the way through Friday. Canyon City 90s all the way through the weekend and into next week with rain chances Saturday and Sunday. Woodland Park will have rain chances coming up this following weekend.